What's up, everybody? I'm Michael Christ, 3 years running top seller at ShineOn, now head of marketing at ShineOn. And before we get started in today's video, I just wanted to thank you for checking out our YouTube channel. If you like this kind of content, I want you to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and I hope you enjoy the video. Hey, what is up, everybody? In this video, I'm going to show you 10 free product research methods that you can start using today. Now, a couple things I need to tell you before we get into this. First of all, I can lead you to some ground where I believe gold is underneath, but you are still going to have to dig the hole, right? I can lead you to fertile ground where I know there's some gold deep down under there, under the surface, but you are still the one that has to dig the hole. That means you're going to have to get your hands dirty. You're going to have to put in some effort. You're going to have to put in the time to really dig deep and find those winning phrases. Now, when we're doing product research, what we're really looking for are phrases. Phrases are the gold. Phrases are what make products a winner. Now, don't get me wrong, design is important, only I think design is kind of secondary or even tertiary. I think design kind of belongs in the background of your product. I think that phrase really needs to stand out in front and just wallop people. So when you spend a bunch of time on this, you want to focus that time and energy and effort on getting the right phrase. So I'm going to show you 10 places you can go to for free to try to dig for gold, to try to find these winning phrases. Now, part of my process as I go through all these research methods is I kind of record all these different phrases I think that are going to win or that resonate or have some kind of sales data behind them that says that they're a winner. I record all of those. So that's kind of why I've got all app up here. I'm going to be writing down the phrases, and then at the end of it, I'll show you how you can take those phrases and you can either stack them and create new phrases or how I kind of put them in order and choose which ones I'm going to test, that kind of thing. So let's get into this. So the first product research method I'm going to share with you is one I have shared before. It is Etsy. Now listen, everybody recommends you go to Etsy. So this is kind of a crowded space when you're looking for phrases. So I'm going to type to my daughter. All of my examples in this video are going to be to my daughter. And you can see there's just tons and tons of stuff here. Now, there's a few things I'm going to do. First of all, I am going to look at all the bestsellers. I'm also going to look at the review dates on the bestsellers because I want to make sure that they're recent bestsellers and they're kind of hot right now. They're trending right now. That's one thing I'm going to do. And keep in mind, I'm hunting for the phrase. I'm not going to rip off the design or anything like that. And then the second thing I'm going to do is I'm going to dig really deep here because it gets less and less crowded the deeper you go. So what I mean by that is you can see it's returned 2 pages of results here on Etsy. The deeper you go into these results, the less and less crowded it's going to get, which means you won't be competing for other people on those phrases. All right, let's get into this. So first, let's look at a few of these bestsellers. So I'm going to pop that one open. I'll pop this one open. And I'll pop this one open. Okay. Now I'm going to come up here. I'm going to look at the tabs. And I'm going to look at the reviews, and I'm going to see the most recent reviews. And you can see this one, October 21, October 23, October 15th. These have all come in the last 10 days or so. So this phrase does seem to be doing fairly well. Now, keep in mind, when it comes to Etsy data, it's a little bit weird. I don't entirely know how they determine what is a bestseller and things like that. So just something to keep in mind when you're going through this. But I do kind of like this phrase. So the phrase is, to my daughter, whenever you feel overwhelmed, remember whose daughter you are and straighten your crown. Be brave, have courage, and love life. I'm always with you. You'll always be my baby girl. Love, Mom. All right, now I'm going to start to record this into our app here. And in fact, it will probably be easier if I record it into a little notepad, which you may not be able to see, and then I'll copy it into our app. So, to my daughter, they will all start with to my daughter, and they'll all end with something like love, Mom. So I'm not going to write that. I'm just going to get the phrase. Whenever you feel overwhelmed, remember whose daughter you are and straighten your crown. Be brave, have courage, and love life. I am always with you. You will always be my baby girl. So interesting thing about this is it looks like they actually have 3 phrases, I think. They've kind of stacked up here. Whenever you feel overwhelmed, remember whose daughter you are and straighten your crown. That's one phrase. Your crown, be brave, have courage, and love life. I'm always with you. It's another phrase. You will always be my baby girl. That's another phrase. So they're definitely doing some phrase stacking here. So I'm just going to copy this. Let's paste that into all app. All right, let's look at one of our others. Okay, so here's one. Let's look at the reviews. The reviews on this one are all pretty old. So this doesn't appear to be a trending one. I'm going to read the phrase anyway, because remember, I'm looking for phrases, and I'm trying to find phrases that I think are going to resonate with people. So I'm still going to give the phrase a look here. Never feel that you are alone. No matter how near or far apart, I'm always right there with you in your heart. If I had to choose between loving you and breathing, I would use my last breath to say I love you. I will always be there to support you. You will always be my baby girl. I think one thing that kind of maybe kept this one from doing so well is this design. It's just kind of all over the place. The phrase is not too bad though. I think I am going to write this down just so I can kind of have it for later. Never feel that you are alone, no matter how near or far apart. I am always right there in your heart. If I had to choose between loving you and breathing, I would use my last breath to say I love you. I will always be there to support you. You will always be my baby girl. After I get a few of these, I'll probably stop doing it. I'm really just doing it for illustration's sake right now. But anyway, so let's add some more text to my all app. Bam. So now I got two phrases here. I got this one, and I have the other one. Just gonna leave these here. Let's go to this other product real quick. So let's look at the reviews. All these reviews are really old. To my daughter, I promise you will always be in one of three places. I will always be in one of three places. In front of you, cheer you on. Behind you, to have your back. Or next to you, so you're never lonely. I like the phrase, though. I am going to write that down just for use later. I promise you I will always be in one of three places. In front of you to cheer you on. Behind you to have your back. Or next to you so you're never lonely. All right, got that. Let's pop it into app. Okay. All right, got some phrases here from Etsy. Let's move on to the next research method. Actually, real quick, while we're still at Etsy, I forgot, sometimes what I do is I go real deep. So I'll go to like page 7 here. I'll go real deep. I'll go to like page 10. Just keep going way back in here. And the further back you go, the less crowded it's going to be. I'll start looking around here just to see if there's anything that kind of pops out at me that maybe I've not seen before. Like this one looks kind of interesting. I've seen that phrase a million times. I'm going to see here. There are some ShineOn products in here already. I'm going to look at this one. Let's see, are there any others? Let's look at these three real quick. All right. So I don't really care about the reviews here because I already know this one isn't really a bestseller. It doesn't have the tag anyway. I'm just going to read the phrase. To my beautiful mom, now mother of the bride. Oh. So this is not a to my daughter gift. So I'm just going to skip this one. All right, to my daughter, every single day you are not with me, I think about you. I wonder what you are doing. I hope that you are safe, well, and happy. My love will follow you wherever you go, no matter how old you are, no matter how far you travel, because I am your dad. You will always be my daughter. My love is forever, love, Dad. I actually kind of like this one, the phrase. Especially with COVID right now, because I have a feeling a lot of families are going to be separated this holiday season. They're going to like gifts like this. So I'm going to write this one down. Every single day that you are not with me, I think about you. I wonder what you are doing. I hope that you are safe, well, and happy. My love will follow you wherever you go, no matter how old you are, and no matter how far you travel, because I am your dad. You will always be my daughter. I don't love everything about this phrase, but I do like parts of it. So I'm just adding it to my list here, and you'll see this list will come in handy big time in a bit. Okay, let's look at this one. To my daughter, you are loved for the girl you were. You are loved for the girl you were, the special woman you are, and the wonderful daughter you will always be. I kind of like that. I'm going to rewrite this, though. I don't like the way that's written. I love you for the girl you were, the special woman you are, and the wonderful daughter you will always be. There's some stuff wrong here with like the tense of this one, but again, this is ammo, guys. This is ammo for later. So, all right, let's go to the next research method now, which is Pinterest. Everybody uses Pinterest. I don't know that I really need to get into tons of detail about Pinterest. Let's see here. All right, I had to log into Pinterest, but now that we're here, up in the search field up at the very top, put "to my daughter." You can put some other variations of this phrase, by the way. It doesn't always have to be "to my daughter," but just for the sake of this illustration, I'm using it. It just makes it easy. And you can see immediately I get a ton of search results. I mean, look at all of these phrases. There's just no end to the ideas that are here. So let's just start going through a couple of these and see what we think. This one looks kind of interesting. This one looks interesting. This one's interesting. And let's see. Let's do one more. This one maybe. All right, let's see what these are. So, I hugged this soft pillow, I squeezed it real tight, I filled it with my wishes, hope, love, and light. So when you're feeling low, just hold on real tight, my love. You will feel my love morning, noon, and night. All right, so this could easily be flipped for a ShineOn necklace. I hugged this necklace. I squeezed it really tight. I filled it with my wishes, hope, love, and light. So when you're feeling low, just hold on real tight. You will feel my love morning, noon, and night. And instead of just hold on real tight, you can put like a... So when you're feeling low, wear it just right. You will feel my love morning, noon, and night, or something like that. I mean, you can get creative, spend a little more time on that. But you can easily see how this could be adapted for a necklace. I'm not going to write this one down. I'm going to keep going. Believe deep in your heart that you are capable of achieving anything you put your mind to. Believe deeply you will never lose. You either win or you learn. Always remember you are braver than you believe, stronger than you seem, smarter than you think, and love more than you know. All right, let's do a few. Let's write some of this down. So first of all, always remember you are braver than you believe, stronger than you seem, smarter than you think, and loved more than you know. Okay, this phrase is so freaking popular. It has been used a million times, but it still sells. I'm just going to write that down just to have it in my list here. All right, let's go back to it, and let's write down the rest. Believe deep in your heart that you are capable of achieving anything you put your mind to. Believe deeply. You will never lose. You either win or you learn. Okay, just pop that in over here. I'm not going to keep doing this through the whole video. It'll take me forever, but I want to do it enough to at least illustrate kind of how I use these phrases. This might be enough, actually. So, all right, let's keep reading, though. My daughter. Apple of my eye, love of my life, sunshine on the cloudy days, perfection, maker of dreams, hope for tomorrow, pride, joy, happiness, my heart and soul, the best gift that God could bless me with. All right, so this is not written in our standard greeting card format. However, it's very easy to flip this on its head and make it that way. To my daughter, you are the apple of my eye, the love of my life, my sunshine on cloudy days. You are perfection, the maker of dreams, hope for tomorrow, pride, joy, happiness, my heart and soul, the best gift that God could ever bless me with. I mean, it's very easy to kind of flip this on its head, make it fit the greeting card format. This is probably a little over the top for a parental mom to daughter kind of thing, but the quote is unique, so you might be able to kind of tone this down a little bit and use some variation on it. Let's read this one. To my beautiful daughter, never forget that life is filled with hard times and good times. Learn from everything you can and be the woman I know you can be. Remember, girls can do anything. You do not have to be someone else or be a man in order to succeed. I love you to the moon and back, to infinity and beyond, forever and ever. I love you more than I ever found a way to say to you. I love your mom. So that's a pretty unique phrase. I've not seen that on jewelry before. It could probably work. We are going to keep going though. So that is how you use Pinterest for your product research. That's method number 2. Method number 3, Google Images. Now you don't really think this is going to work, but you just wait. I'm going to write to my daughter. Boom, hit enter, and blam. I have an endless supply of ideas here right in front of me. A bunch of these with these little lions here. Let's look at those. They just kind of caught my eye for some reason. Here's one with a wolf. That one's kind of interesting. Let's look at that one. And let's grab, maybe this one with the elephants. We're doing an animal theme here. Now look, it's going to be hard to know sales data or anything like that on these. That's not really the point with all of these methods. Some of these are just giving you phrases. They're giving you ideas. They're giving you things that you think could work. We'll see where some of these images take us. These are all way too tiny for me to read. So click it like that. Took me to Etsy. All right, to my daughter. And you have some sales data here. Whenever you feel overwhelmed, remember whose daughter you are and straighten your crown. Always remember you're brave and you believe, strong and you seem, smart and you think, and love more than you know. This is a phrase I believe we've already seen today, almost exactly. And look, it's just with a lion and a little lion princess, and there you go. They've spun the phrase. All right, let's keep going. Let's look at the other one. What was it? Was it this wolf one? To my daughter, never forget that I love you. I hope you believe in yourself as much as I believe in you. When life tries to knock you down, this old wolf will always have your back. I can't promise to be there for the rest of your life, but I can promise to love you for the rest of mine. So look, this could probably work with a number of different animals. You have wolves, you have lions, maybe this probably going to need like apex predator type animals. Tiger might work. Nicknames for like old people. Those kinds of things are probably going to work. Bear might work. Probably depends. However, you can try this with some different animals. You'd be surprised. Some of them might work. All right, let's keep going. It seemed like there was one other I picked. Just look at all these, though. There's just no shortage of ideas. Here's one with a little bear. It's too tiny to read, though. Here's another one with a bear. To my son, never forget that I love you. There we go. Mama bear. Never forget that I love you. I hope you believe in yourself as much as I believe in you. When life tries to knock you down, this mama bear will always have your back. I can't promise to be here for the rest of your life, but I can promise to love you for the rest of mine. Boom. So bears, lions, and wolves already right there. 3 animals. And there's probably plenty more that you can do right here. Okay. That is how you use Google Images. Now, keep in mind, some of these methods are just for the ideas. Like, I'm not ranking these by sales or anything like that. And by the way, I don't even know that that's wise to do, because when you start ranking things by sales, 2 things are going to happen. Like, first of all, it's a product that's already sold fairly well, right? That's one problem, is the market may have seen it already. The second problem, though, is there's lots of competition on those products. Everybody uses the same methods for that kind of stuff. So this is why, like, if you're going to be a student in this space, study products, study like phrases, right? Figure out what makes a best-selling phrase. Develop an ear for it. This is why I tell everybody, pick 1 or 2 niches and then master them, because you need to learn what your niche responds to and then spend tons of time trying to craft products for that niche. Okay, so that is method number 3. Method number 4 is Google Shopping. So I'm going to go back to Google. I'm going to type to my daughter. And with any luck, I should get a bunch of shopping ads up here at the top. And boom, I do. Let me blow this up. Your shopping ads. Okay, the shopping ads are all these up here at the very top. All these are shopping ads. They have a little price next to them and that kind of thing. You can look at these for ideas. Keep in mind that the ads that are at the top here, these are the ones people are spending the most money on, and they're winning in the auction place for this search term. So I'll look at this one. To my daughters, whenever you feel overwhelmed, remember whose daughter you are and straighten your crown. Always remember you're braver than you think, smarter than you seem, and love more than you know. Wrap yourself up in this and consider it a hug. Here's another one. Again, we got that phrase. To my daughter, always remember you are braver than you believe, stronger than you think, and love more than you know. Dad loves you. And you're looking for ones with phrases. Here's one with a phrase. To my daughter, sometimes it's hard to find words to tell you how much you mean to me. If I had to choose between loving you and breathing, I use my last breath to say I love you. Always be there to love you. Always be there to support you. Always be my baby girl. Bam. And there's a ton of these. If I click this arrow here, it expands it. If I click it again, it takes me into Google Shopping, and I have a ton more products that I can look at, and I can try to find phrases. Whenever you feel overwhelmed, remember daughter you are and straighten your crown. I kind of like this imagery on the back of this one. It's pretty cool. So anyways, here's another method you can use. You can see we got the lion, we got the wolf here. Some of our stuff from Google Images is definitely popping through on this. I do like to look at the wall art and the blankets because they tend to get longer phrases. Sometimes you've never seen them before. Like, to my daughter, I closed your eyes for a moment. I closed my eyes for but a moment, and suddenly a woman stood where a girl used to be. I may not carry you in my arms anymore, but I always carry you in my heart. You have given me so many reasons to be proud of the woman you have become. But the proudest moment for me is telling others you are my daughter. I mean, that's a good one. So anyways, here is method number 4, Google Shopping. All right, here we go. Method number 5, eBay. See how easy this is, guys? It's easy. To my daughter. Bam. And there we go. We got a ton of products in here. Blow that up a little bit bigger for you guys. We got definitely some ShineOn stuff. Looks like almost all these up here at the top are ShineOn stuff, mixed in with maybe Gear Bubble or Viral Style, some of these others. Keep in mind, we are not here to rip off the design and the product. We're not here to carbon copy. We're just here to get inspiration on our phrases, okay? So I kind of want to look at that one. Let's look at that one. And let's look at this one. And I'm just kind of picking these randomly just to illustrate. To my daughter, you fill my life with love and my heart with pride. I'm the luckiest man alive to have a daughter like you love dad. I kind of like how this one has a little bit of a rhyme going on. You fill my life with love and my heart with pride. I'm the luckiest man alive. It's kind of got a little bit of a rhythm, a little bit of a rhyme going on. I kind of like that one. Interesting. I've not seen that quote before. Sometimes it's hard to find words to tell you how much you mean to me. If I had to choose between loving you and breathing, I use my last breath to say I love you. Man, how many times have we heard that today? I will always be there to love you, always be there to support you. You'll always be my baby girl. We've also heard that one a lot. Wrap yourself up in this, consider it a big hug. And boom, we have heard that a lot. This thing has been done, and you got the lion and then the cub. So, seen it. All right, next. To my daughter, when it's too hard to look back and you're too afraid to look ahead, look right beside you. I will always be there. Just remember that I will love you more than you ever know. After all, you're the first one to know what my heart sounded like from the inside. Love you, Mom. I like that. After all, you were the first one to know what my heart sounded like from the inside. I don't think that's in my list. After all, you were the first person to know what my heart sounded like from the inside. All right, let's keep going. And see, this is really kind of my process. As I keep going through my research, I keep kind of adding to my list of phrases here. All right, so this is eBay. Pretty self-explanatory. Again, dig deep. The deeper you dig, the less crowded it gets. Some people don't use hardly any of these methods I'm teaching. However, it's good to be pretty well-rounded because when they're running out of ideas, you won't be. This one just caught my eye. To my precious daughter, on the day years ago, I received the best gift I could ever receive. My beautiful baby girl was born and has blessed me ever since. You're the most beautiful thing in the world. You are always brave, strong, and smart. Always believe in yourself, and I will be beside you no matter what. So there's some issues here with the grammar, but not bad. It says 76 of these have sold. So people are definitely buying these, and they're selling for $23 a piece. Again, eBay is not really where you're competing. You're just looking at the necklace here. Let's check. Maybe check one more. Let's look at this one. These are sponsored too, so they're selling. 49 of these have sold. To my daughter. Never forget that life is filled with hard times and good times. Learn everything you can. Be the woman I know you can be. I want you to know I'll always be there for you, and I'll always be there to support you. You'll always be my baby girl. I swear I could probably close my eyes and finish most of these phrases. However, all these ones that are sponsored, people are paying money to sell these. Now, granted, the price points are low, but we're not competing with eBay, on eBay. We're competing on Facebook. But this gives you kind of an indicator of how different products are going. All right, product research method number 6. Amazon. Okay, let's type to my daughter. Right, you get in the process here. And keep in mind, to my daughter I'm just doing this for illustration's sake. You can put daughter gift, daughter necklace, greeting cards for daughters. There's a ton of different search terms you can type to get inspiration for phrases. Okay, I'm just taking you to where I think there's gold, like soil where there's gold underneath, right? I'm taking you to ground where I think you can find gold. You got to dig for it though. All right. Some of these we've seen, a lot of these blankets we have seen. Man, this design has been done to death. Let's look at this one. Let's look at that one. And let's find another. See what's on this music box here. And keep in mind with Amazon, you start to have more sorting options too. You can sort it by reviews, different things to try to get an indication of what's selling well. This one sold. All right, let's read these. To my daughter, I want you to believe in yourself, in your heart, that you're capable of achieving anything you put your mind to, that you will never lose. Either win or you learn. Just go, aim for the skies. Go borth. Looks like a bee. I assume that it's probably, it's just weird. I can't promise to be here for the rest of your life. I can promise to love you for the rest of mine. To my daughter, never forget that I love you. Hope you believe in yourself as much as I believe in you. When life tries to knock you down, this old lion will always have your back. Can't promise to be there for the rest of your life. Promise to love you for the rest of mine. Wow. These are just used over and over and over. Always remember, you're braver than you believe, stronger than you seem, smarter than you think, love more than you know. Never forget how much I love you. As you grow older, you'll face many challenges in life. Just do your best. Life isn't about waiting for the storm to pass and learning to dance in the rain. Every day may not be good, but find something to be good. Find something good in every day. Laugh, love, live, follow your dreams, believe in yourself. Remember to be awesome. I will always be with you. This one probably works for a number of reasons. First of all, it's a journal, and it's kind of got this long, kind of flowery, kind of reflection on life. On the front of it, it's kind of a little bit of a life lesson. And I also think the end, and remember to be awesome, it kind of lightens it all up. So it takes you deep and then gets light kind of at the end. Anyway, so that's how you use Amazon. You can spend tons and tons of time here on Amazon, okay? I'm speeding up here because I got more methods I got to get through here. But remember, it's your job to dig deep, right? You know the expression, you can lead a horse to water, you can't make it drink. It's similar. I can show you where all these ideas live. You've got to go out there and do your own research. All right, let's go to the next one. So product research method number 7 is Hallmark. Now, not just Hallmark, any greeting card company, really. Just, again, and we're not stealing design, we're not doing any of that stuff. We're just trying to get inspiration on our phrases. Here we go. Let's try one more time. There we go. You can sort it by top rated, new arrivals as well, if you want. Try to get some stuff people haven't seen before. Search by top rated now. Just going to grab a few of these. We're just going to see what's inside. You got to dig a little deeper on this particular website because they're not trying to sell necklaces, right? So you're going to have to use some of your own discretion to figure out if the phrase fits for what you're trying to do. All right. Daughter, what I love about you, of the spirit of you, the grace with which you welcome each challenge, the childlike wonder that still colors your days. By the way, quick disclaimer. You're not stealing these phrases, okay? You're using them for inspiration. There's a huge difference. So don't carbon copy phrases that you see on Hallmark cards. That is not going to end well. You're probably going to violate some copyright laws and might open yourself up to a lawsuit, especially if it takes off and sells well. Daughter, what I love about you, I love the spirit of you, the grace with which you welcome each challenge, the childlike wonder that still colors your days. Let's open that up. I love the originality of you, your willingness to stand out from the crowd, your uniqueness, perspective, blah, 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 blah. This is pretty long, pretty wordy. I don't know that would work well on a necklace, but you come here and check it out. Maybe you'd think otherwise. Daughter-in-law, celebrating you today. For the special woman you are, a loving wife, a caring mother, and a much-loved daughter of the heart. I kind of like daughter of the heart. Daughter of the heart would be great for like mother, like either stepmoms, mother-in-laws buying gifts for their daughter-in-law or stepdaughter. Daughter of the heart is pretty cool. I like that. Daughter of the heart. I'm not going to write that down, but I like that phrase. Okay. Let's go to the next one. When you have a daughter who makes you proud, makes you laugh, and very often makes your day, you know what joy is. When you have a daughter, so first of all, this is kind of weird. It's written in the third person a little bit, so this would have to be flipped on its head to like make it a real good gift for a daughter. But you can always put like, well, let's keep going here. Who's a good person with a gracious heart and a gorgeous spirit, you know what peace is. When you have a daughter whose beauty inside and out is matched only by her compassion for others, you know what love is. Because I have you for my daughter, I know what it is to be truly blessed. Happy birthday. So something like this could actually work. Again, don't steal the phrase. Use it for inspiration. but you could easily take something like this and make it kind of a thanks, an attitude of gratitude and thanks and blessing and things like that, and make that a gift. That would work pretty well. All right, so this is how you use Hallmark. Again, it's not just Hallmark. There's plenty of greeting card companies that have ideas. So dig deep. Remember, that's the rule here. I'm going to lead you to water, but you've got to drink it. Okay, let's go to the next one. Google Shopping. I already did that one. Okay, here we go. AliExpress. Now, I know you're probably like, what? AliExpress? We're not going to be shipping products from AliExpress. We're just using it for inspiration. So, to my daughter. Come on. Look at all of this stuff. There's just tons of it. And you can sort it by orders. Now you can get an idea for what's sold. So look at this one. To my daughter, always remember that mom loves you. You're brave and you believe, stronger and you seem smarter and you think love more than you know. And by the way, I highly recommend staying away from anything on AliExpress. Drop shipping is going to be a nightmare with COVID and everything else. You're going to lose your ad account. It is going to suck. We're just here for inspiration, guys. So many of these phrases we've seen before, so I'm trying to find some that I think maybe we haven't. So let's see. Maybe that one. And let's look at that one. All right. To my daughter, you're the most beautiful thing I keep inside my heart. I love you forever and always, Mom. I kind of like this one. It's I like that it's on the heart pendant. This one's good. I like this one. It's clean. That one's good. All right. To my daughter, when life gets hard and you feel alone, remember that you mean the world to me. My purpose in life is to love and protect you with all my might. Kind of like that one. It's good. To my daughter-in-law, I did not get to choose you. That honor was my son. But if I could have picked his match, look at the print quality on this. It's so bad. You still would be the one. You're the love of his life, his cherished wife, and a blessing from the start. You're more than just a daughter-in-law. You're also my daughter in heart. That one's cool. It rhymes. That one's nice. It's daughter-in-law, though. You might be able to flip this and make it like a to my daughter one, but this is not really the niche that I'm going for this particular demonstration. All right, let's go to the next one. All right, so look, this is how you use AliExpress. Again, you got to dig deep. You know, I'm spending a few minutes on each one. I don't have, I'm not getting super deep here and showing you every single trick in the book. I'm trying to show you where you can find like an endless number of ideas for your products, okay? And you've got to scroll back and go through a bunch of pages, and you have to go through a ton of products. Guys, I've spent hundreds of hours doing product research. I've seen so many products, and this is just part of the game. This is the grind to finding a winning product. So anyway, there you go. The next one is Alibaba. Now, again, Alibaba, it's a little strange to go here to look for products, but here you go. You've still got a ton of them. I just typed to my daughter in search engine, and bam, getting quite a few. Now, the interesting thing about Alibaba is if you're seeing these in the mock-ups, there's a good chance the product has moved quite a few units at some point in the past. Not always, but sometimes. Let's look at those two. All right. So, never forget that I love you. Love you. Life is filled with hard times and good times. Be brave, be bold, and be beautiful. Just do your best. Keep your face to the sunshine, and you cannot see the shadows. Life is about isn't about waiting to pass for the storm to pass. It's about learning to dance in the rain. Enjoy the ride and never forget your way back home with love and kisses. Somebody. Yep, we've seen that phrase before. Never forget I love you. Sometimes it's hard to find words to tell you how much you mean to me. If I did anything right, it was when I gave my heart to you. You were my best friend, my soulmate, my everything. I love you. So, there's 9 product research methods. I said I was going to do 10. I had 2 on my list. So, let's think of another one here real quick. Okay, actually, I've got 3. I'm going to give you. I'm not going to be able to demonstrate them, but I'm at least going to give them to you. So, okay, first of all, you have Wanello. Wanello is kind of a marketplace, so to speak, and you can search on here for products. You have to sign in to use it, which is why I'm not going to be able to demonstrate it right here. I don't want to sign in on video. However, you can find products here. Another one is wish.com. Again, you can go here, use your search terms, and it'll bring up phrases and things like that for you. And then finally, there's another one. This is on Google. You used its advanced search query, and you can type a site, and you can put myshopify.com, and you put to my daughter, and what it's going to do is it's going to search Shopify stores for to my daughter products, like so. And you can crawl through here and try to find some good top selling products this way as well. So there's 3 additional ways. So instead of getting 10, which I promised at the beginning of this video, you just got 12. You got 12. Now remember, everybody, you have to, I can lead a horse to water, I can't make it to drink, right? I'm taking you to ground, and I'm telling you there's gold underneath it here, but you got to dig for it. That's on you. Now, after you've got your phrases, okay, and you've made your big list, what do you do with all of it? Well, here's where things get fun and your creative side can come out. What I like to do is I kind of like to take all of these phrases here, and I like to mix and match and move them around, and I like to do kind of something I've been calling lately Franken Phrases. So what I'll do is I'll take the phrase and I'll mix and I'll match and I'll make unique phrases that maybe I've never seen before. So quick example of that. Let's see. I kind of liked that one. So let's see. I'm just going to play around here. You got to get a little creative. You got to loosen up. So, I love you for the girl you were, the special woman you are today, and the wonderful daughter you always will be. Kind of like that one. Let's see what else. I like this one. So, whenever you feel overwhelmed, remember whose daughter you are and straighten your crown. Let's see here. And I also liked, where's the one where it's like, didn't I copy one? Where after all, you're the first person to know what my heart sounds like from the inside. Let's see if that works. After all, you were the first person to know what my heart sounded like from the inside. Okay, this is probably a little long, but let's read it. I'll make it bigger on the screen here. Whenever you feel overwhelmed, remember whose daughter you are and straighten your crown. I love you for the girl you were. I love you. I think that needs to be the little. I love you for the little girl you were, the special woman you are today, and the wonderful daughter you always will be. After all, you're the first person to know what my heart sounded like from the inside. Boom! I actually really like this one. That is a pretty cool phrase. And notice, guys, notice what I just did. I didn't copy, right? Copying is the path for losers, right? But instead what I did was I created like a cafeteria line of all my favorite phrases, and I went through this line and I picked out all the good stuff. It's kind of what I did. So I basically synthesized all this down and made a unique phrase that I had not seen before. This phrase, I promise you, I did not see this phrase anywhere today when we were looking at all of our phrases, and we saw tons and tons and tons of stuff repeat. But notice this has emotional elements to it. I'm drawing from other phrases that have clearly sold before, but I've made something new, something original, something unique. Whenever you feel overwhelmed, remember whose daughter you are and straighten your crown. I love you for the little girl you were, the special woman you are today, and the daughter you always will be. After all, you were the first one to know what my heart sounded like from the inside. I even think this phrase should probably be, I love you for the little girl you were yesterday, the special woman you are today, and the wonderful daughter you will always be. And the wonderful daughter you'll be tomorrow. I don't know. I probably need to work on that a little bit, but look at that. Tell me that is not gold. That is gold. So right there in, 40 minutes, we did some digging, and I literally just wrote down the first 5 to 7 phrases. Imagine if you spent 2 or 3 hours doing this and you had 40 phrases you were staring at that are all semi-bestsellers. Imagine how you can Franken phrase those together to come up with some bestsellers, right? Franken phrase. Come on now. Franken phrase. Franken phrase. TM. But imagine how you could like build your own phrases off of kind of the best-selling pieces of other phrases. I mean, this is where the money's at. And then what you're going to be able to do this Q4 is show people a phrase maybe they've never seen before, but bam, it just freaking resonates. And they don't even know why, but they want to buy your product. That's the goal here. So use these product research methods I've given you. Every single one of them is free. It doesn't require any paid tools. All it requires is your time, energy, and effort to dig deep and find winning phrases. Make sure you log the phrases that you see that you like, and then you can Franken phrase TM, your phrases together and come up with unique, original, hot-selling phrases, right? Do this. Everybody else is copying. You saw how much people were copying when we were doing our product research. This is how you come up with unique, best-selling, original phrases that nobody's ever seen before. Didn't hire a writer. I'm not a poet. Nothing like that. I just took the elements of the best, of the ones I like the most. I tweaked them just a little bit to make them fit the phrase, and boom, look what I've got. What's up, everybody? Michael Christ here. I want to thank you so much for checking out today's video. Before you leave, make sure you like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Check out all the links in the description below, particularly the link to register on ShineOn.com and also the link to our Facebook group where we are constantly sharing marketing tips and tricks to help you take your e-commerce game to the next level. So once again, I hope you enjoyed today's video and we'll see you in the next one.